Um, so anyway, let's move on from last time. The next question type that we will be doing today, I guess, would be matching questions, because matching or classification questions are very easy to search. Now, to understand may be difficult, it is a separate thing, but at least searching where the answer is very easy for matching or classification question. What I mean by that, if you just turn the pages and go to, okay, just this one, IELTS 13, page 44. Go to that. IELTS 13, page 44. On that page, at the bottom, you will see questions 18, 19, and 20. And do you see options in a box? The options are numbered A to F. So these are called matching or classification question. We have to match the statements in the question with the options. Now sometimes this can be reversed as well. Sometimes the names are given in the question and the statements are given in the option. Anyway, names or other times dates, sometimes place names as well will be given as options, and we have to see in the text and match the correct thing. Now think why it is easy to search, because the name is given. Wherever the name is, the answer must be there. But the difficult part is there are only three questions, there are six options. Now who knows what are the answers? If D, E, and F are the answers, we would not know that beforehand. We have to search A, B, and C as well. We will search A, wherever we find A, we will read that line. Maybe one of the answers is A, but if it is not A, then we have to read it anyway, and we ignore A as that. We think A is not the answer. Then we search for B. Again, wherever in the text we find the name in number B, we read that line. Again, if that is the answer, we select one. If that is not, we just ignore that. Again, keep on moving. So it may be sometimes time consuming, because who knows what the answer is. So even the wrong options, you have to read them to check if they are the answers or not. And some other times what might happen is the same option can be used twice as well. Like 18 and 19, both questions may have the same option number A as the answer, because the same person might have done both things. That can also happen. So in that case, once you find option number A in the text somewhere and you read that line, if that line is not the answer, then somewhere else where the same name is mentioned can be the answer. Or if let's say number 18's answer is number C, doesn't mean now this option number C is over, because number answer can also be number C. So sometimes it takes time if that happens, but at least it's easy to search. So what we do, we look at the option number A, search that name in the text and read that line. That is what we should do. Anyway, before we search, what is the text about? Oxytocin. Whatever that is, what is oxytocin? It sounds like a medicine name, like azithromycin, maybe oxytocin, ibuprofen, maybe, who knows? The subheading says it's a chemical known as love hormone. You know hormones in our body? Can you name some hormones? You must have learned that in school. Hormones. For an example, adrenaline is a hormone, testosterone, estrogen, serotonin, dopamine, chemicals in our body. The brain releases this chemical in our body, known as hormones, change us physically and emotionally. For an example, like normally, how fast can you run or how much weight can you carry? That will increase if you take adrenaline hormone. So if your body releases adrenaline, then you can run faster, you can carry more weight. For an example, let's say if I make you run the fastest you can, and your speed is let's say 20 kilometers per hour, but if a dog chases you, you will run faster than your normal speed, because your body is releasing that chemical to run away. So hormones change us physically, mentally, It says your love hormone. So maybe it makes us fall in love. I don't know. Now, love can be love, romantic love, or love for the family, love for the country, maybe whatever kind of love it is. So, let me just read the options first. Since we don't know which we will find first, so reading the options first is always the best idea. Number 18. People are more trusting when affected by oxytocin. Look at IELTS 13, page 44. Number 18. Question number 18. People are more trusting, means people trust more when affected by oxytocin. Always think what it means. Because if you just look at this line and look at the words people or trusting or affected, you might never find these words in the text. What is the meaning of it is what you should understand. What is the meaning of this? When we say people are more trusting. For an example, if I tell you, I have a pet elephant in my home, do you trust me? No, I think you doubt me. But if you had taken oxytocin hormone, then you would trust me. You will trust me more. Maybe. What is it? What it is saying? Or maybe in love as well. Your partner, you will trust your partner more if you have this hormone in you. Maybe. Number 19. Oxytocin increases people's feelings of jealousy. Again, maybe it. Again, I'm thinking of it is at a love hormone. So when you are in love, I guess you get more jealous as well of your partner. Maybe. Number 20, the effect of oxytocin varies from one type of person to another. So it is not the same to everyone. Anyway, these three are the questions. The first name on the list is Marcus Heinrichs. Let's see in the text if you find that name. Marcus Heinrichs. So from the first line, this is called scanning. Don't read the text, just scan and try to find the name Marcus Heinrichs. Second paragraph. Okay, Marcus, second line. Okay, Marcus Heinrichs. Let's see what he did. Marcus Heinrichs and his colleagues at the University of Freiburg, Germany, asked volunteers to do an activity in which they could invest money with an anonymous person. Anonymous means someone you don't know. So, with a stranger, you invest money who was not guaranteed to be honest. So, imagine that somebody asked you to invest money with someone you don't know, and you don't even know they are honest or not honest. You just don't know that person you're going to invest money. The team found that participants who had sniffed, means smelled, oxytocin via a nasal spray beforehand invested more money than those who received the placebo instead. So people who receive oxytocin, they invest more money even with strangers. Doesn't that mean what number 18 is saying? People are more trusting. People trust strangers with money when they take oxytocin. So 18's answer must be number A, because Marcus Heinrichs did this research. Okay, let's look at 19. Oxytocin increases people's feeling of jealousy. Number 19. Number 20 is that. Okay, number B. Simone Shamesuri. Let's search for that name. Third, okay, paragraph C. Simone Shamesuri at the University of Haifa, Israel, found that when volunteers played a competitive game, those who inhaled the hormone showed more pleasure when they beat other players, and this part felt more envy when others won. So, feeling envy is similar to feeling jealous. So, number 19, oxytocin increases people's feelings of jealousy. Answer is number B. Now, I don't know why, but here it is getting very easy. 18A, 19B. Typically, that is not what happens in the questions. Typically, 18F, 19A, it is all jumbled in the text. Anyway, makes it easy for us. But again, don't think the answers come serially in the text. Here it is serially, but in the actual test, it may not come serially. Anyway, the last name, Jennifer Barnes. Let's see if we find that name. Jennifer Barnes. Paragraph E. C. In the same paragraph C, okay. Jennifer Barnes. from Mount Sinai School of Medicine, New York, found that it improves people's ability to read emotions, but only if they are not very socially adept to begin with. I don't think number 20 is talking about reading emotions. If you look at question number 20, it doesn't say reading emotions, it just says the effect of oxytocin varies. Did you say in another paragraph you found the name? Paragraph E. Okay, so this thing might happen. Jennifer Bards is not only mentioned in paragraph C, but also in paragraph E. So we have to read that part as well to be sure if that is the answer. Paragraph E. To Bards, the key to understanding what the hormone does lies in pinpointing its core function rather than in cataloging its seemingly endless effects. Again, it doesn't say that uh, the effect varies. It just says that we have to pinpoint its function. Means what is the main function? We have to find that out. It doesn't say that. But in the same paragraph, it says she believes that oxytocin acts as a chemical spotlight that shines on social clues, a shift in posture, a flicker of the eyes, a dip in the voice. Again, it doesn't say what number 20 is saying. Maybe C is not the answer, but still, if anywhere else her name is mentioned, let's search for that to be sure. If we don't find it, then maybe we'll look at number D as well. Anywhere else? Paragraph F. Okay. In paragraph F, at the end, do you see Bards? Bards agrees. Oxytocin does some very basic things, but once you add our higher order thinking and social situations, these basic processes, now this part, look at that part, could manifest, means the outcome of this part, in different ways depending on individual differences and context. So, depending on individual differences, the effect can also be different. That is what number 20 is saying. So, number 20, the answer is C. Again, this is very easy here. A, B, C are the answers, but it might not happen also. And we found it in the last paragraph. But if the last paragraph didn't talk about number 20, then we would ignore number C, then go to number D. Again, search number D in the text. Wherever we find that name, there is where the answer might be. So this is how we are doing this. So I hope you get it. The first thing is read the questions so that you understand what the questions are. Then look at the first option, search for that. Wherever you find that name, read the line next to the name and keep on going down the options till you run out of them. So if you got that, I would like you to try some questions by yourself now. Why don't you go backwards in this book and look at page number 23. On that page, if you look at questions 20 to 23, so there what you will see is the names are in the questions, sentences are in the options. So read all the options first, understand them, remember them, and then search for the name. Wherever the name is, there is where the answer is.